स्पेशल 26। एक बात याद रखना तुम लोग, असली पावर दिल में होती है।
Special 26 is really a special movie in my opinion. It's really a movie about a gang of white-collar criminals, if you can call them that, who pull off a series of daring heists. Now, if you didn't know that this movie was really based on a set of real-life incidents, you might think the plot is really fantastic and unbelievable. But it's just coming from the director of Wednesday, Neeraj Pandey, his second movie. I think it was well worth the time to wait for a second outing. It was just extremely well done. So from a story standpoint, Akshay Kumar, Anupam Kher and a couple of others are a band of thieves who really pose as either CBI officers or income tax officers and go after criminals or people with lots of black money and things to hide. They go stage these brilliant heists, walk away with tons of money, knowing that those victims are never going to complain to the police because they have a lot of things to hide. So I think that premise was really well done.
Very good. It's based on real story. They sequentially con various people, and they are a small group which cons many innocent bystanders to help them cheat this money out.
Right.
The only clue that this is not true is they are more efficient than the real CBI and the IT guys. That might be your only clue.
Right. And then Manoj Bajpayee is the crack police officer who is set on their heels, and how he goes about after them, and does he get them in the end? Do these guys walk off with a pile of cash in the end? That's kind of the plot. It's very interesting, very innovative movie in recent times.
CBI से असली वाला
Very well said. Let me jump on to the acting part of it, on the technicalities. I think they have good star cast, first of all.
Yeah.
Anupam Kher, I want to know if he can even fail in any role.
Yeah.
He still comes out as the top biller. Great acting as a CBI senior officer.
Manoj Bajpayee is, very close on his heels. I mean, he's another one of those actors who is extremely seasoned. He can really pull off any role with a lot of conviction. But the surprise element here is really Akshay Kumar. I mean, this is really a break from his typical image of, either action or romantic comedy kind of hero. He really has played it very sedate, and he doesn't really have a whole lot of scope for romance in this movie. So I think it's a real nice call by Akshay to take on this role.
That's the point I wanted to make. Very mature way he has handled it. He didn't try to dominate when the role didn't call for it.
Yeah.
Very well done, all of them.
So when you move on to the technical aspects of the story, right? I really thought the whole, the art and the settings, the way they did the locations and they recreated the 80s was just absolutely brilliant. Especially in that one chase scene where Manoj Bajpayee is going after this street criminal.
Right.
They take a aerial zoom out on Connaught Place, and if you look at that particular shot and you look at every single car or vehicle in that scene, they are all 80s vehicles.
Very well done.
I think they were beautifully done. Music is also a very nice revelation by M.M. Cream, and especially the song Tu Hi Tu is sung by Akshay Kumar himself.
Right.
Very, very well done. Music was also very well done. The re-recording was also excellent. So I think overall, technically, very brilliant movie.
I think the screenplay, it was a very fast-paced movie, though at times repetitive, because each heist or each con game is quite similar to the other. It almost looks like they are teaching you how to pack boxes, because they're always packing from one place to another and shipping it.
They do a lot of walking. The cameraman in this movie must have walked back maybe 50 miles, right? He's always moving back and the people are walking towards him. So that was the...
CBI means that you love your country above everything else. CBI means that you are the best.
I'm the best.
I'm the best, Pula sir.
There were a couple of, kind of question marks or things that you wish the director had dwelled on more or less, right?
Right.
So on what he dwelled on less, what he should have dwelled on less should be that this love track for Akshay Kumar was totally unnecessary.
It
right?
was an appendage, not necessary.
Yeah, and there was also no logic, rhyme or reason for how these band of thieves came together, because one is in Chandigarh, one is in Rajasthan, one is in Mumbai.
Right.
So back in the 80s, how did they all really pull this off if they were really that dispersed? Right?
But they casually justify why Akshay became this,
Yeah.
because he was a rejected candidate from CBI interview.
Right.
But otherwise, they don't seem to dwell on that.
Yeah.
The other irritant from my side is that romance that you talked about.
Yeah.
Right? And even the last part, the first police officer, is part of the entire deal.
Jimmy Shergill, yeah, for Ranveer character.
Ranveer's character was not necessary. If that was not, this story would be even more perfect. But
yeah. But I think the way they constructed the story was great. There were a couple of scenes that really stood out for me, right? The scene where these guys go to that Bara Bazaar in Calcutta and they're trying to raid a trader, and when they walk in, there's a real IT or CBI raid going on there, and that was a nice twist. The other scene when Manoj Bajpayee and Ranveer, Jimmy Shergill, come to Anupam Kher's hotel room the previous night and threaten him, I thought that scene was also just absolutely brilliant.
And Anupam Kher acts fantastic. You don't know, he is conning you along with the rest of the crew there.
Yeah. So overall, just an absolutely pleasing movie to watch. There's really nothing out of place. Even kids can watch it. I really enjoy.
Special 26.
So my rating for this movie, I'll give it the highest rating, 5 on a scale of 5. So
5 being
brilliant.
I would be a little more conservative. I will go with 4 out of 5, but I can watch it multiple times. One of great experiments in Indian movie.
Yeah, and I think we really expect, now the bar has been set even more higher for Mr. Neeraj.